Welcome to Health 247, your trusted companion for a healthier, stronger, and more joyful life every day. Have you ever wondered, what if your heart was whispering for help, but you didn't hear it? Every day, we take care of so many things, our work, our families, even small daily tasks. Yet the most loyal companion inside us, our heart, sometimes tries to warn us with the softest signals. Today, let's pause for a moment, slow down, and truly listen. Because knowing these silent signs could be the difference between life and loss. Here are 8 silent signs of a heart attack you should never ignore. Our hearts rarely shout for help, most of the time, they whisper. That's why it's so important to notice the small changes that seem ordinary, but could be anything but. Let's explore together the 8 silent signs your heart might be giving you right now, and why paying attention could save your life. Silent sign number 1, unusual fatigue. Feeling unusually tired, even after simple activities like walking across a room or making your bed, could be your heart's way of telling you it's struggling. This kind of fatigue isn't just being a little tired. It's a deep, heavy exhaustion that feels unusual compared to your normal energy. You might notice. You get tired doing things you used to do easily. Climbing a few steps feels like running a marathon. You feel drained without a clear reason, even after resting. You need to sit down more often during everyday activities. Real-life example. A 60-year-old woman felt extremely exhausted just after climbing a few stairs. She thought she was just out of shape, but a few days later, she had a mild heart attack. The lesson. Never ignore deep, unusual fatigue, especially when it doesn't match the effort you're making. Your body could be warning you before something serious happens. Silent sign number 2, mild shortness of breath. When your heart isn't pumping effectively, your lungs may not get enough oxygen. This can cause mild shortness of breath, even during simple activities. It's not the dramatic gasping we often imagine. Instead, it may feel like a subtle feeling that you can't quite catch your breath. Breathing feels harder than usual after light effort, like walking across a room or taking a few steps. You notice you're breathing faster, even when you're not exerting yourself much. You feel a slight tightness in your chest, without obvious chest pain. Real-life example. Sometimes, just walking a short distance, like from the living room to the kitchen, can leave you feeling slightly winded. Many people dismiss it as getting older or being out of shape, but it could be your heart sending an early warning. The lesson. Don't ignore mild shortness of breath, especially if it's new, unexplained, or worsens over time. It's your body's quiet way of saying that something deeper might be wrong. Silent sign number 3, pain or discomfort in the neck, jaw, back, or arm. Heart problems don't always cause pain directly in the chest. Sometimes, the discomfort shows up in places you wouldn't expect, like your neck, jaw, back, or arm. Why? Because your heart shares nerve pathways with these areas. When the heart struggles, the pain signals can get mixed and show up elsewhere. You might notice a dull ache, pressure, or tightness in your neck or jaw. Pain or discomfort that comes and goes in your back or left arm. A feeling of heaviness in one arm, even without using it. Mild soreness that you can't explain with normal activities. Real-life example. Some people feel tightness in the jaw or a strange ache down one arm, not realizing it's linked to the heart. They often think it's muscle strain or a pinched nerve, until a heart attack happens. The lesson. Unexplained pain in these areas, especially if it's new or feels different than usual, should never be ignored. It's better to check early than to regret later. Silent sign number 4, nausea or indigestion. Sometimes, heart trouble doesn't feel like chest pain, it feels like a stomach problem. Especially in women, a heart attack may cause symptoms like nausea, indigestion, or a slight burning sensation. You might notice feeling sick to your stomach without an obvious reason. Mild nausea that lingers or comes and goes. A sensation of indigestion even if you haven't eaten anything heavy. Stomach discomfort that doesn't seem to match what you ate. Real-life example. Many people think they just have food poisoning or acid reflux. They take antacids or rest, thinking it'll pass, not realizing their heart might be the real issue underneath. The lesson. If nausea, indigestion, or stomach discomfort appears without a clear cause, and especially if it's accompanied by fatigue, shortness of breath, or discomfort elsewhere, don't ignore it. It might be much more serious than a simple stomach upset. And there's another silent sign that many people overlook, even though it's right in their daily life. Silent sign number 5, cold sweat. Breaking out in a cold sweat, without heavy physical activity, can be a silent alarm from your heart. It's the body's way of reacting to serious internal stress when the heart is struggling to pump blood properly. You might notice a sudden cold, clammy sweat even when you're resting or doing very little. Sweating that feels different from sweating due to heat or exercise. Feeling unusually cold or chilled at the same time. Along with other symptoms like nausea, dizziness, or fatigue. Real-life example. Imagine sitting calmly and suddenly feeling sweat break out on your forehead or back, even though the room isn't hot. Some people brush it off as anxiety or menopause, but sometimes, it's the heart fighting silently in the background. The lesson. Don't dismiss unexplained cold sweats, especially if they come with other symptoms like chest discomfort, shortness of breath, or nausea. It could be your body's urgent call for help. Silent sign number 6, dizziness or lightheadedness. If you suddenly feel dizzy or lightheaded, and especially if you lose your balance, it's important to be cautious. These could be signs that your heart is struggling to get enough blood to your brain, causing a temporary lack of oxygen. You might notice feeling suddenly unsteady, as though the ground is shifting under your feet. A sense of lightheadedness or dizziness, especially after standing up or walking. Difficulty maintaining balance, or the feeling that you might faint. It might also be accompanied by chest discomfort or shortness of breath. Real-life example. Many people brush off dizziness as a result of dehydration or standing up too quickly. But if it's unusual for you or if it happens with other symptoms like chest pain, it could be a serious sign of heart trouble. The lesson. If dizziness or lightheadedness comes on suddenly, especially with other symptoms like chest pain, difficulty breathing, or nausea, don't wait. This could be an urgent sign from your heart that shouldn't be ignored. Silent sign number 7, sleep disturbances. If you find yourself struggling to sleep or waking up frequently throughout the night, especially if you're short of breath or notice a racing heartbeat, this could be an early sign of heart trouble. Your heart's inability to pump blood efficiently can affect the quality of your sleep, leading to discomfort while you rest. You might notice waking up suddenly in the middle of the night, gasping for air. Heart palpitations or a racing heart that keeps you from falling asleep or staying asleep. Feeling restless, or like your body is always in a state of tension, even when you're lying still. A sense of anxiety or a heightened awareness of your heart's beat as you try to sleep. Real-life example. Some people wake up in the middle of the night feeling out of breath and unable to go back to sleep. They often don't connect it with heart issues and chalk it up to stress or bad dreams. But sometimes, it's the heart signaling distress. The lesson. If you're experiencing sleep disturbances, especially with signs like shortness of breath or a racing heart, it's time to pay attention. Your body might be telling you that it's under more strain than you realize. Silent sign number 8, unusual anxiety. Many people experience feelings of unease, anxiety, or an unexplained sense of dread before having a heart attack. This anxiety may seem out of the blue, with no clear reason behind it, and could be linked to your heart's reduced ability to pump blood to the brain. You might notice sudden, unexplained feelings of nervousness or dread. A general sense of anxiety that doesn't go away, even if you're calm or resting. Worrying for no obvious reason, feeling like something bad might happen, even if there's no immediate cause. A sense that you're out of control, even in the absence of stressors. Real-life example. A person might suddenly feel extremely anxious for no apparent reason, their heart racing and mind racing. They may try to relax, but the anxiety persists, not realizing that their heart is trying to send them a warning signal. The lesson. Unexplained anxiety, especially if accompanied by physical symptoms like shortness of breath or chest discomfort, should not be ignored. This could be your heart's way of communicating its distress, and it's a sign that you should seek medical attention. Listen to your body. We can't control everything in life. But we can listen to the small signals our body sends us. If you or a loved one notice any of these silent signs today, don't wait. Consult a doctor, get a heart checkup, and take care of your heart as you would cherish the most valuable things in life. Because a healthy heart is the greatest gift you can give yourself and those you love.